So I'm here at Goethe Institute with Ijakaa, formerly called Nelson Ijakaa, but now he's just Ijakaa. And he is a multi-talented, multimedia artist who is part of the program that, what's the title of this program?
This is the NOMA exhibition
Art
under the
NOMA.
State of the Art program.
The State-of-the-Art program.
NOMA exhibition, yes.
And there are 7 artists involved in augmented reality and virtual reality.
Yeah, what we are calling an extended reality experience.
Oh my goodness. So each of the 7, sadly one of them has passed, sadly. Geni Mwaora is a wonderful artist. Fortunately, he had finished his, which one was it? Augmented?
Yes, his virtual reality piece, yes.
So because he had, it's still part of the show and we remember him fondly. But Ijakaa has had some experience with augmented reality in the past, right? When did you start doing it?
I've been working with extended reality in general for the past year, I would say, formally. And so my first actual artwork that I showed publicly that had to do with augmented reality was at the Form Sculpture exhibition at Wano. And that was in 2019, end of September. And so from that period, I've really now started actively dabbling in augmented reality and virtual reality. So I had a follow-up exhibition in November at the Alliance Française, where I showed 10 artworks on canvas that were all augmented under the general title that was African Heroes.
What is augmented reality?
Augmented reality, I would say, is how you experience, is an experience that you give a user through a device. And the device is
an app,
No. The device is mostly these days a tablet or your smartphone, or new technologies are being created around this. There's now, I found that there are augmented reality goggles that have been created. So instead of having to use your phone, you just put on these goggles and then you experience the augmented reality. But what it means technically is experiencing content through a device, which is different from virtual reality, because in virtual reality, you have put on a device and are within the experience. You understand?
360 degrees, isn't it?
Yes, you are within the experience, while AR, you are removed from the experience. Yes.
I see.
That's the difference.
So you did the augmented reality at Alliance Française, and then you learned a lot of things when you joined this program in October.
Yes.
Correct?
Yes, we learned quite a number. We've been taken through. It's been an all-encompassing workshop where we were taken through
by the Goethe Institute.
By the
correct?
Goethe Institute, yes. Where we were taken through workshops that dealt with what is VR, what is VR today, and what is VR looking to be in the future.
You don't need to go into all the details.
Okay,
because it is and the artists who were selected came from where?
The artists that were selected were picked from various art centers,
such as
Brush 2. We had also Kuona Arts Trust. Actually, those two.
Those two.
Yes.
There were going to be more, but they had problems.
Yes, exactly.
So you did training all this time.
Yeah, it's been a mix of training while working. You train and there's been a lot of technical support from a company named Black Rhino, who are working VR. Black Rhino have been offering technical assistance throughout the period of the workshop. They also taught us to an extent. There are 2 fellows named Steve and Longino who would aid us. They were literally our handlers through the program.
Now,
so they aided us through.
Yes, I think they were very helpful.
Yes.
Now, this room, I just want to take a sweep around this room, because last night at the opening was crazy. Everybody wanted to get on those iPhones to see, those eyeglasses, to see virtual reality.
Exactly.
And then you can see people came today. This is Friday. And all the way around the Goethe Institute, you have, it looks very ordinary, like nothing's going on. But once you get into the system, because even on the floor, see that all these circles, markers, have special clues that take you into
Exactly.
augmented reality.
Exactly. There are various pieces of the different artists were placed on markers in different parts of the room. One reason this was done was such that people would be able to experience someone's work with enough space around them to navigate. Because a person's work is taking three-dimensional space. That's what you need to understand. It's like a sculpture. If you would have a sculpture taking up a physical amount of floor space, that's the same thing that's happening here with augmented reality. So we wanted everybody to have their own section where they could have their artwork existing. So so when you walk around what looks like an empty room here, you're actually walking through people's artworks.
But you stuck with what? With virtual reality? Is that?
It wasn't a personal decision, no. My work is only in virtual reality because it was too heavy to be augmented. By heavy, I mean that the computing power for the kind of work I created has not yet. Let's just say there's still a lot of development to go before this.
But it was very complicated. So what was it called?
My work is called This House That We Built.
This house that we built.
Exactly.
May I recommend that everybody come and see it?
Thank you.
It is many, many rooms and scenes, and all of them are 360 degrees, correct?
Correct.
It is very, very interesting. But you did something for the late Ngeni. What did you do?
So for Ngene, collectively, this was done collectively. I would like to start by saying that it was a collective decision as the artists, as Black Rhino, as the Goethe Institute to come up with some form of commemoration for our brother Ngene.
Yes.
And I was tasked with, because I was well versed at the time when this has happened, when the incident happened, the hardware had been taken away from where we had been working. We were at the end of the program basically. And so that was what I created, and many different people put in memories they have of Ngenes. Right.
Thank you so much for taking us through, and I recommend that everybody come and see.
Yes.
It's on until when?
It's running for 2 weeks until February, yes.
Oh,
First
good.
week.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, madam.